In this video, we're taking a step back in time to uncover some of the most cherished yet forgotten sandwiches that graced Grandma's table. These culinary creations were more than just meals. They were memories, a reflection of a simpler time when every bite was made with love. From the early 20th century to the late 1980s, let's rediscover these sandwiches that are too good to be forgotten. Number 1. Pear and Cheese Sandwich. The pear and cheese sandwich, a delicacy that once held a place of honor on many tables, is a unique example of how contrasting flavors can create a harmonious and memorable culinary experience. This sandwich was particularly popular in the early 20th century, often served as a sophisticated yet simple dish during light meals or afternoon tea. The combination of sweet, juicy pears and savory cheese provided a balanced flavor profile that appealed to those looking for a refined, yet accessible option. The choice of cheese in this sandwich is crucial. Mild cheddar was often used, but other variations included brie or blue cheese, each adding its own distinct character to the pairing. The creaminess of the cheese complemented the crisp, slightly acidic bite of the pear, creating a textural contrast that was both satisfying and elegant. Some variations of this sandwich included a drizzle of honey or a sprinkle of black pepper to enhance the natural sweetness of the pear and add complexity to the overall taste. The bread used in the pear and cheese sandwich was typically soft, white bread, lightly toasted to provide a subtle crunch without overwhelming the delicate flavors of the filling. In some cases, a thin layer of butter was spread on the bread to add richness and prevent the fruit's moisture from soaking through, preserving the sandwich's structure and texture. This sandwich was more than just a meal, it was an expression of the culinary trends of its time, reflecting a preference for fresh, natural ingredients and the art of balancing flavors. The pear and cheese sandwich was often associated with a sense of nostalgia, evoking memories of family gatherings, leisurely afternoons, and the simple pleasures of life. While it may no longer be a common offering, the pear and cheese sandwich remains a testament to the creativity and elegance of past culinary traditions. Number 2. Milk Toast Sandwich. Milk toast sandwich, a dish that harks back to the early 20th century, was often seen as a comfort food for both children and adults. It was a simple yet nurturing meal, especially popular in households where the focus was on frugality and simplicity. The key to this sandwich's popularity was its soft texture and gentle flavors, which made it particularly appealing to those who were sick, elderly, or seeking something easy to digest. The bread used for milk toast sandwiches was typically a day-old loaf, which was slightly toasted to give it a bit of structure while retaining its softness. Toasting the bread also helped it absorb the milk more effectively without becoming too soggy. The milk itself was usually warmed and sometimes sweetened with a bit of sugar or enhanced with a dash of cinnamon, creating a comforting aroma and taste that was both nostalgic and soothing. This sandwich often served as a makeshift breakfast or light supper, particularly during times of economic hardship or when more elaborate meals were not possible. Its simplicity belied its ability to provide comfort, making it a staple in many households. In some variations, a small amount of butter or cream was added to the milk to increase its richness, making it more filling and satisfying. Despite its humble ingredients, the milk toast sandwich was a symbol of resourcefulness and care, embodying the idea that even the simplest meals could bring warmth and contentment. Number 3. Cold Pork and Pickle Sandwich. The cold pork and pickle sandwich is a prime example of how resourcefulness and taste intersected in traditional American cuisine. This sandwich became a favorite in households where leftover pork from Sunday roasts or holiday meals was repurposed into a delicious, no-waste meal. The appeal of this sandwich lies in the combination of flavors and textures: juicy, savory slices of cold pork paired with the sharp, tangy crunch of pickles. The type of pork used was typically a roast, such as pork shoulder or loin, which was seasoned and cooked to perfection, then served cold the next day. The fat content of the pork was crucial, as it provided moisture and richness to the sandwich, preventing it from becoming too dry. The choice of pickles varied depending on regional preferences, but dill pickles were often favored for their crisp texture and bright acidity, which contrasted beautifully with the mellow, slightly sweet flavor of the pork. In some variations, a smear of mustard or horseradish was added to the bread, enhancing the sandwich's overall flavor profile with a bit of heat and pungency. The bread itself played a supporting role, typically a hearty, rustic loaf that could stand up to the robust filling without overwhelming it. The cold pork and pickle sandwich was not just a quick meal, it was a way to celebrate the leftovers, ensuring that no part of a valuable roast went to waste. It was a practical yet flavorful option that showcased the ingenuity of home cooks, turning simple ingredients into something memorable and satisfying. Number 4. Cucumber and Mint Sandwich. The cucumber and mint sandwich, often associated with afternoon tea and light luncheons, was a refreshing and elegant option that showcased the simplicity and sophistication of early 20th century cuisine. This sandwich combined the crisp, cool slices of cucumber with the aromatic freshness of mint, creating a light yet flavorful dish that was both invigorating and satisfying. The sandwich was particularly popular during the warmer months, as its ingredients provided a cooling effect, making it a favorite in regions with hot climates or during summer gatherings. Cucumbers used in this sandwich were typically peeled and thinly sliced to ensure a delicate texture. The key was to remove any excess moisture from the cucumbers, either by lightly salting them or pressing them between paper towels. This step prevented the sandwich from becoming soggy while also concentrating the cucumber's natural flavor. The mint, often fresh from the garden, added a burst of herbal brightness that elevated the sandwich from ordinary to extraordinary. The bread used was usually a soft, white variety, with the crusts removed to emphasize the refined nature of the dish. In some variations, a light spread of butter or cream cheese was added to the bread, serving as a base that both enhanced the flavors and helped to hold the sandwich together. The subtle richness of the spread provided a contrast to the crispness of the cucumber and the sharpness of the mint, resulting in a balanced and harmonious bite. Beyond its taste, the cucumber and mint sandwich was also a symbol of social elegance, often served at gatherings where appearance and presentation were as important as flavor. Its delicate composition made it an ideal choice for those seeking a light, refreshing option that still carried an air of sophistication. The sandwich's appeal lay not only in its taste but also in its ability to transport diners to a time of leisurely meals and refined tastes, making it a memorable part of culinary history. Number 5. Sardine and Egg Sandwich. The sardine and egg sandwich is a flavorful and protein-packed option that reflects the resourcefulness of past generations. This sandwich was especially popular during the early to mid-20th century, when canned sardines were a common pantry staple due to their affordability and long shelf life. Combining the rich, oily texture of sardines with the creamy smoothness of hard-boiled eggs, this sandwich offered a satisfying and nutrient-dense meal that could be prepared quickly and easily. Sardines, known for their strong flavor and high omega-3 fatty acid content, were typically mashed or chopped to create a spreadable consistency. This allowed them to blend seamlessly with the chopped or sliced hard-boiled eggs, creating a mixture that was both hearty and flavorful. The brininess of the sardines was balanced by the mildness of the eggs, resulting in a complex yet harmonious taste profile. Some variations included a dollop of mayonnaise or a squeeze of lemon juice to add creaminess and acidity, further enhancing the flavor. The bread used for this sandwich was often a sturdy, rustic loaf, capable of holding the substantial filling without falling apart. In some cases, a layer of lettuce or a few slices of tomato might be added for extra freshness and texture. The sardine and egg sandwich was more than just a quick meal. It was a practical solution for families looking to stretch their resources while still enjoying a delicious and nutritious dish. The combination of ingredients not only provided essential nutrients but also highlighted the culinary ingenuity of the time, making the sardine and egg sandwich a memorable and unique entry in the history of classic sandwiches. Number 6. Marmalade and Peanut Butter Sandwich. The marmalade and peanut butter sandwich, a lesser-known but intriguing combination, emerged as a delightful alternative to the more common peanut butter and jelly pairing. This sandwich stands out due to its contrasting flavors and textures, making it a memorable experience for those who enjoyed it. The origins of this sandwich can be traced back to the early 20th century, when marmalade, a preserve made from citrus fruits, especially oranges, was a staple in many households. The bitterness of the marmalade, derived from the rind of the citrus, was the perfect foil for the rich, creamy texture of peanut butter. Unlike the sweetness of jelly, marmalade added a complex, slightly tart dimension to the sandwich, appealing to more sophisticated palates. The combination of these two ingredients resulted in a balance of flavors that was both bold and satisfying, offering a refreshing twist on the traditional sandwich spread. Peanut butter, with its high protein and fat content, provided a hearty base that complemented the zesty brightness of the marmalade. This sandwich was often enjoyed by those who appreciated the interplay of sweet and savory elements, and it offered a more grown-up taste compared to the typical children's fare. The bread used was typically a plain white or whole wheat, which allowed the strong flavors of the fillings to take center stage without interference. This sandwich also served as a convenient and nutritious option, particularly during times when quick and easy meals were necessary. Its unique flavor profile made it a standout choice, leaving a lasting impression on those who tried it. The Marmalade and Peanut Butter Sandwich is a testament to the creativity of home cooks who sought to elevate simple ingredients into something truly special. Number 7. Vinegar Sandwich. The Vinegar Sandwich, a creation born out of necessity during the Great Depression, stands as a stark reminder of the lengths to which people would go to stretch their limited resources. This sandwich, though humble, was a reflection of the ingenuity and resilience of those times. Vinegar, being a common household staple, was utilized in this sandwich to add flavor when other ingredients were scarce. The vinegar's sharp acidity provided a tangy bite, making even the simplest of meals more palatable. The bread used for this sandwich was often whatever was available, sometimes even stale, as nothing was wasted during such difficult economic times. The bread would be soaked or drizzled with vinegar, then seasoned with a sprinkle of salt and pepper. Some variations included a light spread of lard or margarine, which added a bit of richness to the otherwise stark flavors. The vinegar's role was not only to provide flavor but also to moisten the bread, making it easier to eat, especially when paired with dry, coarse bread. For many, the vinegar sandwich was a staple meal that provided a quick and inexpensive way to stave off hunger. It was a dish of survival, yet it also carried a certain appeal for its simplicity and the boldness of its flavor. Despite its austere ingredients, the vinegar sandwich became a cherished memory for those who lived through tough times, symbolizing not just hardship but also the ability to find satisfaction in the simplest of meals. Number 8. Mashed Potato Sandwich. The mashed potato sandwich, a unique and resourceful dish, emerged during times of economic hardship when families needed to make the most out of every meal. This sandwich was particularly popular during the Great Depression, where leftover mashed potatoes were repurposed to create a hearty and filling sandwich that could stretch limited ingredients further. The sandwich was a testament to the creativity and frugality of home cooks who aimed to provide satisfying meals despite tight budgets. Mashed potatoes, known for their creamy texture and comforting flavor, formed the base of this sandwich. These potatoes were often seasoned with butter, salt, and sometimes a hint of garlic or onion, adding layers of flavor to an otherwise simple dish. The key to the sandwich's appeal was its ability to turn an ordinary side dish into a substantial main course. The mashed potatoes were spread thickly onto slices of bread, sometimes toasted, to provide a contrast in texture between the soft filling and the crisp exterior. In some variations, the sandwich might include additional ingredients like leftover vegetables, gravy, or even a slice of cheese, enhancing its flavor and making it even more satisfying. The bread used was typically a sturdy variety that could hold up to the dense potato filling, ensuring that the sandwich remained intact while eating. The mashed potato sandwich was more than just a meal. It was a symbol of ingenuity, reflecting how simple ingredients could be transformed into something comforting and delicious, providing both nourishment and a sense of warmth during challenging times. Number 9. Onion and Butter Sandwich. The onion and butter sandwich is a simple yet bold creation that speaks to the frugality and resourcefulness of earlier generations. This sandwich was particularly popular in rural and working-class communities where onions were readily available and butter was a staple. The sandwich's appeal lies in the contrast between the rich creaminess of the butter and the sharp, pungent bite of the raw onion, creating a flavor profile that is both rustic and satisfying. The key to this sandwich is the type of onion used. Sweet onions, such as Vidalia or Walla Walla, are often preferred for their milder flavor, which balances nicely with the richness of the butter. However, those who enjoy a more intense flavor might opt for red or white onions, which offer a sharper, more peppery taste. The onions were typically sliced very thin to ensure a good balance with the butter, allowing the two elements to meld together without overpowering each other. Butter was used generously in this sandwich, spread thickly on both slices of bread to create a smooth, creamy base that complemented the crunch of the onions. The butter also served as a moisture barrier, preventing the bread from becoming soggy while adding a layer of richness that elevated the sandwich from a mere snack to a hearty, flavorful meal. In some variations, a sprinkle of salt and pepper was added to enhance the natural flavors of the ingredients, or even a dash of vinegar for a bit of tang. The bread was usually a sturdy, rustic loaf that could hold up to the robust filling without falling apart. This sandwich was often enjoyed as a quick meal or a snack, especially by those who appreciated strong, straightforward flavors. The onion and butter sandwich is a testament to the beauty of simplicity in food, showing that even the most basic ingredients can come together to create something unexpectedly delicious and satisfying. Number 10. Dried beef sandwich. The dried beef sandwich, often made with thinly sliced, air-dried beef, has its roots in practical, no-nonsense cooking, particularly during times when food preservation was essential. This sandwich became a staple, especially during the early 20th century and wartime periods, due to the durability and long shelf life of dried beef, which could be stored for extended periods without refrigeration. Dried beef, sometimes referred to as chipped beef, is known for its intensely savory and slightly salty flavor, making it an excellent choice for a quick, satisfying meal. The beef is typically air-dried and then sliced very thin, almost paper-like, which allows it to be layered easily in a sandwich without becoming too chewy or tough. This drying process not only concentrates the flavors but also makes the beef lightweight and portable, which was particularly useful for soldiers and travelers. The sandwich itself was often made with simple ingredients to complement the robust flavor of the dried beef. A common preparation involved layering the dried beef on buttered bread, with the option of adding mustard or horseradish to provide a sharp contrast to the beef's richness. In some variations, the beef was served with a slice of cheese or a smear of mayonnaise to add a bit of creaminess and balance the saltiness of the meat. The bread used was typically a hearty, rustic loaf that could stand up to the strong flavors and chewy texture of the dried beef. This combination made the dried beef sandwich not only a convenient and portable meal but also a satisfying one that provided a substantial amount of protein, making it ideal for those in need of a quick, energy-boosting food. Its enduring popularity in certain regions is a testament to its effectiveness as a simple, yet flavorful, meal solution during times when food resources were limited. Number 11. Peanut butter and bacon sandwich. The peanut butter and bacon sandwich is a unique combination that brings together two distinctly American flavors into one surprising yet delicious creation. This sandwich blends the creamy, slightly sweet, and nutty flavor of peanut butter with the savory, crispy, and smoky notes of bacon, resulting in a taste experience that's both indulgent and satisfying. It is a prime example of how contrasting flavors can come together to create something unexpected and memorable. Peanut butter, a staple in many American households, provides a rich and smooth base for this sandwich. Its slightly sweet flavor is the perfect counterbalance to the saltiness of the bacon. The fat content in peanut butter also enhances the overall mouthfeel, making each bite creamy and fulfilling. On the other hand, bacon, with its crisp texture and smoky flavor, adds a layer of complexity that elevates the sandwich from a simple snack to a gourmet treat. The contrast between the creamy peanut butter and the crunchy bacon creates a dynamic texture that keeps each bite interesting. This sandwich was particularly popular among those seeking a quick, protein-packed meal that didn't sacrifice flavor. It was often enjoyed by people who appreciated the boldness of bacon and the comfort of peanut butter, making it a favorite among both children and adults alike. In some variations, the sandwich might include a drizzle of honey or a slice of banana to add an extra layer of sweetness, further enhancing the interplay of flavors. The bread used in the peanut butter and bacon sandwich was usually a simple white or whole wheat variety, chosen to complement rather than overshadow the strong flavors of the filling. The sandwich was often toasted, which not only added a satisfying crunch but also warmed the peanut butter, making it even creamier. This sandwich is a testament to the creativity and daring of American cuisine, where the unlikeliest of combinations can result in something truly special. Number 12. Potato chip and mayo sandwich. The potato chip and mayo sandwich is a perfect example of how simplicity can lead to unexpected culinary pleasure. This sandwich became a popular snack during the mid-20th century, particularly among those looking for a quick, satisfying bite that didn't require elaborate preparation. The appeal of this sandwich lies in its combination of creamy and crunchy textures, alongside the contrast of flavors that make it both comforting and indulgent. Potato chips, known for their salty and crispy characteristics, add a delightful crunch that contrasts with the smooth, rich mayonnaise spread. The chips also bring a savory, almost addictive quality to the sandwich, transforming it from a basic bread and spread combination into something more satisfying. The type of chips used could vary. Plain, salted chips were the most common choice, but flavored chips, like barbecue or sour cream and onion, could add an extra layer of taste complexity. Mayonnaise, with its creamy and tangy profile, serves as both a lubricant and flavor enhancer in the sandwich. It binds the chips to the bread and adds moisture, preventing the sandwich from feeling too dry. The richness of the mayo complements the saltiness of the chips, creating a balanced flavor that's hard to resist. This sandwich was often made using white or whole wheat bread, which provided a neutral base that didn't compete with the flavors of the chips and mayo. Some variations included additional ingredients like pickles, ham, or cheese, but the classic version kept it simple to let the core ingredients shine. The potato chip and mayo sandwich represents a playful, almost rebellious approach to snacking, breaking away from traditional sandwich norms. It's a nostalgic reminder of the ingenuity of home cooks who found joy in combining familiar, everyday items into something uniquely satisfying. Despite its simplicity, the sandwich holds a special place in the hearts of those who grew up enjoying it as a comfort food. Number 13, Cheese and Pineapple Sandwich. The cheese and pineapple sandwich is a fascinating blend of flavors that became particularly popular during the mid-20th century. This sandwich showcases the American love for combining sweet and savory elements in unexpected ways. The concept of pairing cheese with fruit has deep roots in culinary traditions, but the addition of pineapple, a fruit often associated with tropical regions and exotic flavors, gave this sandwich a distinctive and refreshing twist. The cheese used in this sandwich was typically a sharp cheddar, whose bold flavor contrasted beautifully with the sweetness of the pineapple. The sharpness of the cheddar provided a savory depth that complemented the juicy, slightly tangy sweetness of the pineapple. This combination created a complex flavor profile that was both satisfying and surprising, making the sandwich a popular choice for those looking to break away from more traditional options. Pineapple, usually canned and sliced into rings, was the preferred form of the fruit used in this sandwich. The sweetness of the canned pineapple, often enhanced by the syrup it was packed in, balanced the rich and salty flavor of the cheddar. The texture contrast between the soft, juicy pineapple and the firmer cheese added an additional layer of interest to each bite. This sandwich was often served as part of light lunches or at casual gatherings, where its unique flavor combination could stand out. Some variations included a light spread of mayonnaise or cream cheese on the bread to add extra creaminess and to bind the components together more effectively. The bread itself was typically a soft white or whole wheat loaf, chosen for its ability to absorb the flavors without overpowering them. The cheese and pineapple sandwich is a testament to the creative spirit of mid-20th century American cuisine, where experimentation with flavors led to the creation of new memorable dishes. Its appeal lies in its ability to surprise and delight the palate, making it a standout in the world of classic sandwiches. Number 14, Corned Beef and Cabbage Sandwich. The corned beef and cabbage sandwich is a flavorful fusion of two classic ingredients that have deep roots in both Irish and American culinary traditions. Corned beef, a salt-cured brisket, became widely popular in the United States due to its long shelf life and rich, savory flavor. It was often paired with cabbage, a vegetable that complemented the beef's salty intensity with its mild, slightly sweet taste. This sandwich is typically made using leftover corned beef from a traditional corned beef and cabbage dinner, making it a practical and delicious way to enjoy the remnants of a hearty meal. The corned beef is sliced thinly to ensure each bite is tender and flavorful, while the cabbage, often cooked until tender yet still slightly crisp, adds a fresh and crunchy texture that balances the richness of the beef. In some variations, the cabbage might be slightly pickled or dressed with vinegar to add a tangy contrast to the savory beef. Mustard, particularly a sharp or whole-grain variety, is a common addition, providing a zesty kick that enhances the overall flavor profile. The bread used is often rye or pumpernickel, both of which have a robust flavor that pairs well with the intensity of the corned beef and the earthiness of the cabbage. The corned beef and cabbage sandwich is more than just a leftover meal. It's a celebration of traditional flavors and a testament to the resourcefulness of home cooks who turn every meal into a new culinary experience. It's a sandwich that not only fills you up but also brings a sense of comfort and nostalgia, making it a beloved choice for many. Number 15, Deviled Egg Sandwich. The deviled egg sandwich is a creative twist on the classic deviled eggs, turning a beloved appetizer into a hearty and flavorful sandwich. This sandwich is particularly popular for its creamy texture and the tangy, slightly spicy flavor profile that characterizes deviled eggs. Traditionally made by mixing hard-boiled egg yolks with mayonnaise, mustard, vinegar, and a touch of paprika, the filling is then generously spread between slices of bread to create a satisfying meal point. One of the key aspects of the deviled egg sandwich is its versatility. The filling can be customized with various ingredients to suit different tastes. Some versions include diced pickles or relish for added crunch and acidity, while others might incorporate a dash of hot sauce or horseradish to bring a bit of heat. The balance of creamy, tangy, and spicy elements is what makes this sandwich stand out. The bread used in a deviled egg sandwich is typically soft, like white or whole wheat, to complement the smooth texture of the egg mixture. However, more robust breads like rye or pumpernickel can also be used to add a contrasting flavor. In some variations, a layer of lettuce or slices of tomato might be added for freshness and additional texture, making the sandwich even more substantial. This sandwich is often enjoyed as a quick lunch or picnic food, thanks to its ease of preparation and the portability of the ingredients. It's a perfect example of how a simple dish can be elevated into something special with the right combination of flavors and textures. The deviled egg sandwich continues to be a favorite for those who appreciate the rich, comforting taste of deviled eggs in a convenient, sandwich form. Number 16, Chicken and Waffle Sandwich. The chicken and waffle sandwich is a delightful blend of savory and sweet, combining the crispy, flavorful goodness of fried chicken with the soft, slightly sweet texture of waffles. This sandwich became a notable part of American cuisine, particularly in the southern United States, where the combination of chicken and waffles has deep cultural roots. The sandwich version elevates this classic pairing by making it portable and more convenient to eat, while still retaining the rich, comforting flavors that make it so beloved. Fried chicken, the star of this sandwich, is often prepared with a crispy, seasoned coating that provides a satisfying crunch with every bite. The chicken is usually boneless, making it easier to eat within the sandwich format. The waffles, which replace traditional bread, bring a soft, yet slightly crisp texture that complements the chicken's crunch. The slight sweetness of the waffles contrasts beautifully with the savory chicken, creating a well-rounded flavor experience. Some variations of the chicken and waffle sandwich include additional elements such as a drizzle of maple syrup or honey, which adds a sweet, sticky component that enhances the overall flavor. Others might include a spicy element, such as hot sauce or a spicy aioli, to add a bit of heat to the mix. The combination of textures, crispy chicken and tender waffles, along with the interplay of sweet and savory flavors, makes this sandwich a unique and indulgent treat. The chicken and waffle sandwich represents the innovative spirit of American cuisine, where traditional dishes are reimagined in new and exciting ways. It's a perfect example of how diverse culinary influences can come together to create something truly special, offering a taste experience that is both familiar and novel. Number 17, Meatloaf Sandwich. The meatloaf sandwich is a quintessential comfort food that transforms leftover meatloaf into a satisfying and hearty meal. This sandwich became popular in mid-20th century America, where meatloaf itself was a staple in many households, often prepared in large quantities and repurposed in various ways throughout the week. The sandwich version offered a convenient, portable way to enjoy the rich flavors of meatloaf, making it a favorite for lunches and quick dinners. Meatloaf, typically made from ground beef mixed with breadcrumbs, eggs, and various seasonings, is the heart of this sandwich. The loaf is usually cooked with a glaze of ketchup or a tomato-based sauce, which adds a tangy sweetness that complements the savory meat. When used in a sandwich, slices of meatloaf are typically served cold or lightly warmed, allowing the flavors to meld even further. The choice of bread is crucial in a meatloaf sandwich. A sturdy bread, such as sourdough or whole wheat, is often preferred to hold up against the dense meat filling. The bread also adds a contrasting texture, slightly crispy on the outside, soft and absorbent on the inside, enhancing the overall eating experience. Some variations include additional toppings such as lettuce, tomato, or pickles, which add freshness and crunch, balancing the richness of the meatloaf. In many cases, a spread such as mayonnaise or mustard is added to the sandwich, providing extra moisture and flavor. The meatloaf sandwich is celebrated for its practicality and the way it extends the life of a meal, turning leftovers into something just as enjoyable as the original dish. It's a nostalgic favorite that continues to be loved for its simplicity and the comfort it provides. Number 18, Date and Nut Sandwich. The date and nut sandwich is a delightful combination that brings together the natural sweetness of dates with the rich, crunchy texture of nuts. This sandwich became popular in the early to mid-20th century, particularly as a treat during the holiday season or at special gatherings. The pairing of dates and nuts, both of which were considered luxurious ingredients at the time, created a flavor profile that was both indulgent and satisfying. Dates, often used in the sandwich, are known for their sticky, caramel-like sweetness. They provide a natural source of energy and are packed with essential nutrients like fiber, potassium, and magnesium. When mashed or finely chopped, the dates create a paste-like consistency that can easily be spread onto bread, binding the sandwich together while delivering a burst of sweetness in every bite. Nuts, such as walnuts or pecans, are typically used in this sandwich to add a contrasting texture and flavor. The nuts bring a slight bitterness and a satisfying crunch that complements the soft, chewy dates. They also add healthy fats and protein, making the sandwich more filling and nutritious. The bread used for a date and nut sandwich is usually a simple, soft variety like white or whole wheat, though some recipes call for a slightly sweet or nutty bread to enhance the overall flavor. The sandwich may also include a light spread of butter or cream cheese, which adds a creamy layer and helps to mellow the intense sweetness of the dates. This sandwich is often enjoyed as a dessert or a sweet snack, offering a unique combination of flavors that is both nostalgic and timeless. The date and nut sandwich continues to be a cherished recipe, especially for those who appreciate the natural sweetness of dates paired with the rich taste of nuts. Number 19. Ham Salad Sandwich. The ham salad sandwich is a classic, often associated with picnics, potlucks, and casual lunches. It became popular in the mid-20th century as a practical and tasty way to use up leftover ham. The filling for this sandwich is made by finely chopping or grinding cooked ham and mixing it with a variety of ingredients to create a creamy, flavorful spread. The base of the ham salad typically includes mayonnaise, which adds a rich, smooth texture. Additional ingredients might include diced pickles, relish, hard-boiled eggs, celery, and mustard, each contributing a unique flavor and texture to the mix. The pickles or relish provide a tangy, slightly sweet bite that contrasts with the savory ham, while the celery adds a refreshing crunch. Mustard often brings a touch of heat and acidity, balancing the richness of the mayonnaise and ham. The consistency of the ham salad can vary, with some preferring a chunkier mix and others opting for a smoother, more spreadable texture. The type of bread used is usually soft and neutral, like white or whole wheat, though more robust options like rye or pumpernickel can be used to add additional flavor. The ham salad sandwich is beloved for its versatility and ease of preparation. It's a nostalgic comfort food that continues to be enjoyed for its simple yet satisfying combination of flavors. Whether enjoyed as a quick lunch or a part of a larger meal, the ham salad sandwich remains a staple in many households. Number 20. Olive and Nut Spread Sandwich. The olive and nut spread sandwich is a unique and sophisticated option that combines the briny flavor of olives with the rich, crunchy texture of nuts. This sandwich filling, popularized in the mid-20th century, reflects a period when exotic flavors and ingredients were becoming more accessible and fashionable in American kitchens. The combination of olives and nuts offers a complex taste experience that is both savory and satisfying. The spread is typically made by finely chopping or blending olives, often green or black, to create a base that is full of robust, salty flavors. The olives provide a distinct tanginess, which is then balanced by the addition of finely chopped nuts, such as walnuts, pecans, or almonds. These nuts contribute a slight sweetness and a satisfying crunch, adding both texture and depth to the spread. In some variations, the spread might include a bit of cream cheese or mayonnaise to create a smoother, more cohesive texture. This creamy element helps to mellow the strong flavors of the olives and nuts, making the spread more versatile and easier to spread on bread. The combination of these ingredients creates a filling that is both rich and nuanced, ideal for those who enjoy bold, savory flavors. The bread used for the olive and nut spread sandwich is often a robust variety like whole grain, rye, or pumpernickel, which can stand up to the intense flavors of the filling. This sandwich is typically enjoyed as part of a light lunch or as a snack, offering a deliciously different alternative to more common sandwich fillings. Its unique flavor profile makes it a standout choice for those looking to explore new taste combinations, making it a memorable and delightful experience.